Finally, thank you Lord, meron ng benefit ang mga government employees for HMOs because for a very long time,
Baka this year lang. So, madami nga nag-inquire sa amin about HMO na fit for government employees because meron yung 7,000 na medical allowance.
reminder for everyone, 7,000 budget for an HMO or health card is very limited lang talaga yung kaya natin i-cover. Most of the government employees who are reaching out, ayaw nila ma-maximize yung 7,000. Yung gusto nila, meron pa rin silang take home.
Okay, for the 7,000, ano ba yung mga options natin? Kasi meron pa rin naman, kaya pa rin naman nating masulit.
Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel, and in this episode, kasama ko ulit ang aking napakagandang asawa, expert sa aming business, which is yung insurance business namin. So kasama ko siya for a very important topic na ngayon usual na nare-receive namin mga questions, no?
HMO for government employees!
Yes. And finally, no, thank you Lord, meron ng benefit ang mga government employees for HMOs because for a very long time, ito yung mga challenges ng mga government employees na walang masyadong protection in terms of prevention and in case of hospitalization.
Baka this year lang. Hopefully, magtuloy-tuloy, no?
Sana naman
For
hindi lang
their
this year.
benefit. Anyway, so ayun. So madami nga nag-inquire sa amin about HMO na fit for government employees because meron yung 7,000 na medical allowance, no?
For
And
each 7,000 in
for
a year.
for the whole year.
For the whole year for each employees, no?
Yeah, okay. So HMO or health card, usually meron naman yung iba na HMO, 'di ba, for government employees, yung nakakakuha sila through their cooperative, through their association. So ngayon lang mandated siya, no, na mabibigyan lahat. Yan, and kailangan makapili sila as a group or individually ng HMO plan for them. So ano-ano nga ba yung options na pwede for 7,000 and below? So actually, we have 3 options. Meron tayong prepaid card for emergencies, prepaid card for consultations and lab tests or consultations only, and we have full HMO coverage. So, ibig sabihin, yun yung typical health card na merong checkups, lab test, at saka confinement.
Yep. Before mo i-discuss siya ng buo, no? Ito lang, siguro reminder for everyone, 7,000 budget for an HMO or health card is very limited lang talaga yung kaya natin i-cover dito because full HMO usually cost at least 20,000 to 30,000 pesos in a year. No, minimum. That's the full HMO coverage na may check-up, lab test, and hospitalization. So, for 7,000 pesos, limited lang talaga yung makukuha natin dito.
Yes.
And another challenges na narinig ko and na nakikita ko right now, most of the government employees who are reaching out sa amin is that ayaw nila ma-maximize yung 7,000 na allowance and gusto nila meron pa rin silang take home, no? So yun yung isa sa mga naging challenges ng recommendation namin. So maliit na nga yung 7,000, they are still looking for more affordable pa pala.
Yeah. So ito kasi siya, siguro before nga ako mag-proceed with the options, it's really a low budget na yung 7,000. And ito kasi yung challenge. So kasi for the 7,000 and even below, sometimes we want comprehensive coverage. So siguro just to manage expectations and just a reminder, yung HMOs kasi, they are not PhilHealth. Hindi din sila charity, hindi din sila PCSO. So we cannot expect like 800 pesos or 999. Tapos, wow, bonggang-bongga, ganyan, yung benefits, everything. So, hindi yan pwede kasi imagine if you're just paying 1,000 per year. Tapos, you want full coverage, ang isang confinement right now, kahit nga yung 7,000 na medical allowance, hindi na kasya paano masusustain ng HMO providers yung coverage na binibigay nila not just to government employees? Kasi yun yung nakikita ko na challenge kapag For example, a huge organization from the government, kumuha sila ng HMO. Doon sa area na madalas gamitin yung HMO, nasususpend yung HMO
company.
provider na pinili nila kasi syempre may process yan. So, pipiliin nila yung ganitong company kasi most probably sila yung pinakamababa with the best benefits. However, ang nangyayari, it comes at the cost na probably wala pa middle of the year, at the middle of the year nung nung coverage sana nila, suspended na yung health card doon sa hospital. So, kasi it's not sustainable. So, yun lang. So, pero in this episode, syempre, ang ipapakita natin, i-explain natin is, okay, for the 7,000, ano ba yung mga options natin? Diba? Kasi meron pa rin naman, kaya pa rin naman nating masulit yung benefits even for a 7,000 peso na allowance.
Yup.
Alright?
Alright. So, by the way, no, for those who do not know and first time na makita yung mga videos namin, ang business namin is an insurance business. We are a one-stop shop that offers investment, HMOs, life insurance, health insurance, and memorial plan. So basically, we have expanded knowledge in terms of protection. And sa HMOs, hindi lang isang company kami affiliated. Affiliated kami sa 5 HMO companies, and itong mga i-share namin sa inyo, these are the kumbaga, ito na yung pinaka-comprehensive na discussion siguro na makikita nyo in terms of HMO for government employees.
Yeah, oo. Pero I'll do it in a general point of view lang, not on a per product basis. Ganyan. So, ayan siya. Sige, let me start. So, first, kapag naghahanap po tayo ng HMO plan for us government employees, again, we have 3 broad options. So, yung number 1 nga, 1 and 2 are both prepaid cards. So, yung 1 for emergencies, yung 2 consultations, and sometimes yung iba may lab test. And then yung 3rd ay comprehensive HMO. So, kapag nag-check tayo ng mga plans, ng mga prepaid plans, kailangan talaga natin siyang basahin mabuti kasi it might go to waste kapag binili natin siya na hindi talaga natin siya naiintindihan. Tapos yun pala, hindi pala mo siya magagamit dun sa preferred mo na hospital or doctor, di ba? So, sayang. So, dapat titingnan natin yung benefits, saan siya pwedeng may access, ilang beses siya pwede gamitin, how much yung coverage, and hanggang kailan. So, months ba, year, ganyan. So, yun yung very important tingnan kapag mga prepaid cards. So, typically, yung prepaid cards natin, yun nga, yung isa is yung pang-emergency. So, there are 2 types of emergencies. Merong pang outpatient, ibig sabihin, in the simplest terms, ito yung nagkaroon na emergency, tinakbo sa ER, tapos after nun, pinauwi din. Hindi na confine. Okay, yun yung emergency outpatient. So, most of the time, yun yung pinakamura na prepaid card. Ang coverage niyan, 30,000, one-time use. Ibig sabihin, kapag hindi mo siya fully nagamit or na-exhaust yung 30,000, tapos pa rin yung coverage mo. Ganon. Kailangan mo ulit bumili ng bago. Ganon. Alright? Para meron ulit coverage. So, yung isa pang type of emergency naman is yung emergency inpatient, outpatient, inpatient. Ibig sabihin nun, nagkaroon na emergency, tinakbo sa ER, sabi ng doktor, kailangang i-confine. Yan. Yung emergency prepaid card na yon, mas mahal siya. Expected na mas mahal siya kasi involved yung confinement. Yan. And dapat, dumaan talaga siya sa emergency room. Hindi siya yung...
Hindi siya nagpa-check up tapos
nagpa-check up tapos sabi ng doktor, admit ka, pa-admit ka na, something like that.
Hindi rin pwede sa scheduled admission.
Yes, oo. So, yun. And this emergency prepaid cards, ang kino-cover lang nito ay yung mga viral, bacterial, and accident. Hindi po kasama madalas yung mga pre-existing conditions. For example, may diabetes, hypertension, biglang na stroke. So, kahit, syempre, i-ER po natin yun pag nagkaroon ng complication. Pero hindi po natin magagamit doon yung prepaid card natin for emergencies. Alright.
So, to summarize, yung first type of HMO card, yun yung tawag natin prepaid card, is specifically for emergencies. Emergencies na yung mura na yung walang inpatient. So, ER lang, tapos uuwi na kaagad. Or number 2, ER, tapos sinabi ng doktor, kailangan mong ma-admit.
Yeah.
So, yun yung first type. Ano naman yung second?
Yung second is, ito yung pang consultation at saka yung iba, sometimes may covered na lab test. So, yung dun sa consultations, ang prepaid card for consultations, madalas only consult siya. Pero we should take note kung saan siya may access kasi meron yan telemedicine. Ibig sabihin ng telemedicine, magpapa-check up ka through phone. Tawag talaga siya. Okay? And minsan may app na kailangan dyan sa phone para magamit yung benefit na yun. Meron din namang only consultation pero sa clinic lang nung HMO provider na yon. Okay? And meron din namang mga may consults, pero pwede sa any accredited doctor ng HMO provider, pero ilang beses lang sa isang taon. Kung 3 times or 4 times lang. So, yon. Ibig sabihin, 4 na beses ka lang mo pwedeng gamitin yung card na yon. Pero at least, any doctors siya. So, yun yung prepaid card for consultations.
Yeah.
Yung iba naman, may lab test. Ano ba example ng mga lab test?
Lab test, X-ray,
Yeah.
mga blood test,
Yes.
ganyan.
Oo, mga gusto magpa-blood kit.
Urinalysis.
Yan. Yes, of course. So, meron ding mga prepaid cards na nagko-cover nun, pero limited lang yung lab test or kaya limited kung saan mo siya pwede ipagawa. Yan. And there are also prepaid cards na kasama na yung annual physical exam. Pero syempre, it's not executive. It's just yung basic 5. Yung annual check-up lang ng CBC, urinalysis, fecalysis, X-ray, physical exam.
And most of the time, meron tayo, for example, sa isang affiliation natin is, yung check-up mo, tsaka laboratory mo, dun lang sa facility nila nung provider na yon. So, medyo may limitation siya if ever malayo kayo doon sa clinic na yon. So, that's one thing na you can consider if you're availing that one, yung check-up tsaka lab test.
Sa ng specific clinic. So, yun yung isa.
Yun yung isa.
Okay.
So, ano naman yung third one?
Yeah. Yung third one naman is ito yung mga minsan pangarap lang natin magkaroon. Kasi pag nalaman natin kung magkano pala siya, mahal pala siya. Ganon. So, ito yung full HMO coverage na may check-ups, labs, and hospitalization. Yan. Lahat ng providers naman, HMO providers, ito talaga yung mainly ino-offer nila, no? Pero meron kasing mga prepaid cards so that they can accommodate those na limited yung budget, and at the same time, ito pala, take note, yung prepaid card for consults and lab test, merong mga prepaid cards na pwedeng until senior or kaya walang age limit. 'Di ba? Pero yung emergency na prepaid cards until age 65 lang talaga siya. Okay, so let's not expect na meron pa until age 66 or 70. Kung meron man, sobrang rare na lang nun. Kasi nga syempre, risks come with age. Okay, so yun. So, going back to full HMO, ayan, pwede nun i-cover usually from 15 days old until 60 years old or 65 years old. Pero nako-cover lang kasi sa iba until 65 years old kung member ka na by 59 or 60 years old.
Yep.
So, yun. Pwede ka lang mag-renew until 65. Pero kapag bago ka palang mag-a-apply at 62, 63 years old, madalas hindi na siya tinatanggap. Yun.
And also, you have to take note that this full HMO coverage it's beyond the budget of the government. More than 7,000 siya.
Cheapest natin ay
10,000. No, so 10,000 na yung cheapest natin. So, if yun yung gusto mo, add lang ng 3K, no, out of your pocket. Mas comprehensive na siya. So, that's gonna be a lot better. May emergencies, check-up, lab test, hospitalization. and mas makukuha mo yung mas magandang coverage.
Yes. And also, to manage expectations, syempre, lagi din naman namin nami-mention dito sa channel namin na the best time to get an insurance is while we are young and healthy. And that includes yung pagkuha ng HMO. So, ibig sabihin lang nun, kapag meron na tayong pre-existing condition, let's manage our expectation na hindi siya fully mako-cover. Especially kapag yan ay dreaded illness like diabetes, uncontrolled hypertension, or for example, cancer, wag man sana, no? So, hindi yan fully mako-cover. Pwedeng may partial coverage. Yan, pwede ding we can meron ding mga HMO na provide na pwede nila accommodate ng unlimited labs or check-ups for that illness, pero dun sa clinic lang nila. So, ganon. May limitation kapag mga pre-existing conditions.
Yep. So, those are the 3 types of HMO coverage for government employees, no? And siguro before we end this episode, no, you also have to understand that this coverage is limited lang talaga kasi yung 10,000 yung sinabi naming full HMO coverage na pinakamura is 10,000. Ang coverage lang yun is 50,000 per illness per year. So, ibig sabihin, you also have to understand na ang average cost of mga illnesses kapag na-admit nasa around 200,000 to 500,000 kapag critical illness, and actually 2 million talaga sa Philippines, no? So ibig sabihin it will never be enough, no? So if you will be getting an HMO, do not treat it as yun na yung pang health protection ko, no? So you have to understand that it's just the initial protection na kukuhanin mo. I hope na ipaplanuhin mo na kumuha ka ng coverage for like medical insurance in case of mahal na medical admission or hospital admission, or in case of diagnosis of critical illness, you can get a health insurance sa advisor mo. So, you have to plan it in a way na magkakaroon ka ng peace of mind habang tumatagal and magkaroon ka ng budget. So, do not limit yourself doon lang sa coverage na, dito lang ako sa 7,000, less than 7,000. Because you deserve that security, especially ng security ng future ng family mo.
Yes, after serving for many years in the government, you deserve that good health. Diba? So, ayun, if you have questions regarding HMOs for government employees, you can send us a message and schedule a quick consultation with us.
All right. So, that's it. I'm Josh and
I'm Marnie.
ingat!